China is pushing ahead with efforts to move away from fossil fuels in its total energy mix. Many Chinese companies are capitalizing on the growing demand for renewable energy, not just in China, but around the world. One of those companies is China Sunergy, which is also known as CSUN. CCTV's Natalie Carney has more from Istanbul.
By 2020, developers worldwide are expected to spend more than $134 billion annually on solar power systems. Last year, solar panel production surged by 30%, China being at the forefront of that demand in an effort to cut smog and reduce greenhouse gas emissions. Beijing aims to install almost 18 gigawatts of solar power capacity this year alone. Solar products manufacturer CSUN saw their revenues rise 41% last year on Asian demand and see further room for growth as the European Union works towards a goal of producing 20% of its total energy from renewables by 2020. In 2012, CSUN opened its first overseas factory in Turkey, which produces modules up to 300 megawatts and solar cells of 100 megawatts.
At 2011, we started to produce solar modules out of China, and we looked for Poland, Brazil, South Africa, and Turkey, and we decided that Turkey is the best location for providing to our customers, especially in Europe, and right now we are importing to the U.S.
Solar power in the U.S. grew by 30% last year and brought in nearly $18 billion in new investments.
As Turkey is a member of the European Union customs zone, producing solar panels here allows this Chinese company to bypass strict EU customs regulations when selling to the European and North American markets.
Currently, 99% of CSUN's production is for export, but this year they are looking to expand and help the local Turkish market. With an almost 90% dependence on energy imports, Turkey is aiming to power 30% of its energy requirements via renewables by 2023, including 5 gigawatts from solar power.
I'm quite optimistic for the U.S. and also the local market. After 2016, we have a good sunshine, and the cost for the solar PV systems is decreasing each year. So each year is growing. So after 2016, we expect that Turkey will be the next booming market for the solar industry.
Turkey is currently working to prepare its grid for the transfer and delivery of solar energy. Experts say if countries boost solar output to 20% of total energy production, global emissions would drop by around 19% in just 10 years. Natalie Carney for CCTV in Istanbul, Turkey.